Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here, weatherweb.net, with a look ahead video on Tuesday, the 4th of February. Thanks again for watching. Some very unsettled weather on its way during the next 24-48 hours. And the great satellite picture this afternoon showing this front down towards the southwest here, moving its way gradually northeastwards. Look, killing off the showers that are ahead of it as the warm air piles in associated with that frontal system, but bringing some heavy periods of rain and some strong winds as well. We're going to be looking at gusts of up to 70 miles an hour across western and southern coasts in the next 24 hours or so. And it's not the only area of low pressure we'll see either during the next week. This is rainfall going forwards to the end of next Tuesday, total rainfall that is. And you can see there, look, the effects of that southwesterly wind. We're looking at totals of 100 millimetres plus over parts of southwest England and southwest Wales. And 20 to 40 millimetres typically across more northern and eastern parts of the country. So some very wet weather on its way. And a look at the GFS ensemble panel charts just confirms this. Look, it's just low after low after low moving into the country. You see the days here marked across the top. I've actually picked up 7 days' time because there's virtually no change before then. And you can see low pressure dominating with a trough moving through and just this pounding of this southwesterly wind affecting all parts of the country. However, it's not all doom and gloom. I'll show you why in just a second. Temperature-wise, well, we may just see a bit of a fall-off in temperatures here, look, as we head into the weekend, into the early part of next week. But then there they go, picking up again. So overall, generally, it is mild. One thing to notice, though, is just how the rainfall amounts here, which is the green bars here. Look, see how they tend to reduce from here onwards. Yes, there's still rain around, but not showing the really heavy rain across at least southern parts of the country, although I do think that the north and the west will stay in that heavier rain right the way through from around the 10th or the 11th onwards. You won't be surprised to see the NAO above normal either. If you look at the 14-day forecast here, look, there it is. It's the blue line that we're interested in, and you can see how that stays strongly in positive territory, as does the NAO. Yeah, there's a brief dip down here, but generally we're positive. And basically those combined mean that the westerly flow is strong across the Atlantic. The flow around the pole is strong too, and that's preventing the southward shift of the colder air, although of course it is at times managing to penetrate south, but only across Canada and into the northeastern parts of the States. Now, I did say there was a little bit of good news, and that's coming from the CFS model. I'll try and show you this on most days because it's probably the most reliable of the long-range models that update each day. We do have others available as well. One of them is the ECMWF, which I can't show you on here, but it's their 32-day prediction, and again, that still stays with the idea of a southwesterly flow right the way through the next 32 days, so it continues to bring in rainfall and doesn't really see much difference. But the CFS is a little bit different. This is week 1. So this is from the 4th of February through to the 10th. Here's low than normal heights, look through the country, and exactly as you'd expect, a good old pounding from low pressure bringing rain. This is the 11th to the 17th. Again, low than normal heights, low pressure centred across the country. Yep, the wet weather continues right through. But this is what I'm interested in. This is the week 3 forecast from the 18th of February through to the 24th. So notice we've still got low than normal heights, but notice not as deep as it was. Jet stream is still flowing around here. High pressure off towards the east and south, look. But notice that with that low height colour not being that deep dark blue, this indicates that this area of increased heights is going to migrate northwards during this week. Now, I've always said the 18th or the 19th was the period to watch for this build of pressure, and I'm going to stick with that. I still think that's going to be the case. And if I just show you week 4, look, this is the latest output from week 4. Hey presto, higher than normal heights across the south of the country, lower than normal up towards the north, dry conditions, the jet stream up towards the north, getting towards the Faroes and south of Iceland, but the UK, if this came true, would be in much drier conditions during this final week of February from the 25th to the 3rd of March. I actually think that begins the 18th or 19th when we start to see that drying process. I do think that this probably is overdone. I don't think high pressure is going to build into that sort of extent. But it's interesting that the CFS shows it and says, look, there are hints of this dry weather there, and this is something now we need to keep a very close watch on. And just to show you what that means in terms of temperature, this is the CFS temperature prediction for Birmingham. Here we are with the 22nd, 23rd in here. And you notice, look, winter, 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 spring. Doesn't last for very long. It comes back down again, look, into the beginning of March. But this period here, it really is trying to go a little bit over the top. I think this is probably OTT in terms of warming up, but certainly shows the effect that that high could have if it were to build in. I think you're better off just thinking in terms of dry weather gradually migrating its way north. At the moment, I'm still going to stick with the idea of less wet weather than dry weather, but that it's there on the CFS, we need to watch this now every single day to see if it keeps it there. Now, WeatherWeb's kept free of charge by you coming back and using the site, and you tell your friends and they come and use the site as well. And all that means that we put more adverts in front of you, which means that it generates revenue. That means that we can keep the site free of charge, so thanks for doing that. Now, keep a careful watch on the warnings and the forecasts through tonight and into tomorrow. You can do that by following weatherweb.net. You can follow us on Twitter as well, at WXWeb. But for now, thanks for watching. Whatever you're doing, stay safe and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.